Smith. I'm the Service Manager for the Camden Society's Employment Services. And I just wanted to give you a brief overview of how the Camden Society is developing pathways in partnership for people with learning disabilities and/or autism. So, one of the ways that we've just talked about is developing those links with schools. We've got a number of kind of projects working with post-16 provision to look at giving people the opportunity that are in that post-16, thinking about leaving, to try taster days, to go on work experience, but also get the support to do it. We've been kind of looking at how we can plan their next steps, because one of the things that Rick talked about was getting people that have not had the planning, things have gone wrong, so looking at what people want to do, what's best suited to people, how are they going to achieve their goals. The other way is the Pro Work project. We've been working with 4 colleges in London, where we actually have a specialist employment advisor based within the college to work in partnership with that college and tutors for students that are in their specialist provision, going into their last year, to identify the routes out, to find work experience, to find volunteering, so to look at kind of volunteering as an option, but to also find paid work. The other way is linking in with local authority mainstream employment services, employment and skills services that have all the employer links. One of the things that we find most difficult working with people and trying to get in touch with employers is we're all knocking on the same doors. Those local authority funded mainstream employment provision have those contacts. They're contracting out for massive cleaning contracts, catering contracts, and if we can kind of get in there working alongside them, being able to talk to the employers, educate their advisors about people with learning disabilities, then we can kind of get access to some of those vacancies. The other way that we've done it is, as you've heard, we run cafes, and we've established a number of cafes called Unity Kitchen. So we've got Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, Timber Lodge Cafe, Southwark Council's cafe, which is the Unity Kitchen, is to develop our own apprenticeships for people with learning disabilities. This is badged by the National Apprenticeship Service. It's not a formal apprenticeship because of the functional skills. So that's one of the barriers that we found kind of trying to access apprenticeships, is that level 1 and 2 that people are needed, the testing to get into an apprenticeship. So they've agreed to badge it, and we're lobbying quite hard to get it recognised as a formal apprenticeship. But this is a 12-month programme, and it's where people can choose to be front of house, back of house, or catering assistants within our Unity Kitchens. It's a 30-hour post, paid per week. People are given day release to go and get an MVQ. They're given specialist support. We run it in partnership with Westminster Kingsway College. One of the things that we've developed, we've been running it about 4 years now, is that people were getting quite comfortable with us, is that we needed to start employment support at the end, because it is only 12 months. We have a few jobs at the end of it internally, but we can't sustain that forever with an apprenticeship programme. So we need to try and get people out of apprentices into open employment. That's the point of it. It's a stepping stone. So we've started that from the beginning, people get employment advice. They see their employment advisor every month. They will be getting external work experience, so they can kind of experience other things. You know, some people, we've just got somebody doing external work experience at the House of Commons, which is working really well. Last year, out of our 8 apprentices, 85% of them got open employment, and they're still in it nearly a year later. So it is starting to work.